This is Katie.
And this is Patience.
And we're Gummy Buddies. Welcome back, Patience.
Welcome back, Katie.
Oh, thank you. It's good to be here in our dining room. Oh, man. We've been looking forward to this, as we always do. But before we get started, we got a lot of previouslys. How was your week? Was there anything weird about your week that sticks out at you? No more stalking incidents. No more.
No, nothing that
fancy.
I can think of.
I was telling my farmer.
Your firm. Your firm?
I think people know where I work by now, but I was trying to be like subtle. I was telling her about your stalker and everything. She was like, "What? What? No way!" And I was like, "It's like a soap opera. It's crazy."
We were talking about him again before I left work today because I was like, because his wife is a patient.
She's still there?
Not a current patient, but she like was gonna come back, and like we talked about like. How do you, like, face somebody and, like, try to tell them the truth even though someone else has, like, spinned it?
Like, what if she confronted you, too? Like, that'd be weird.
I've kind of just planned out that, like, I'm always professional, and I know it would make me really uncomfortable, but I would, like, tell her what I have to say, and if she believes it, then, you know, but I don't know.
Gotcha.
And it makes me wonder, like, does she have questions? Does she...
Oh,
there's like
she's gotta.
There's
she's
so much
gotta.
to it, so...
Yeah.
Who knows?
The tea. I love it. Speaking of tea, I found these chai lattes that I love. They're so good. They're in these K-cups. And Julie brought one in to be nice to me. And I just finished the whole box in like, you know, it was 10 of them. I've had one like every day ever since I bought the box. And I want more. Twinnings Tea, sponsor us. Are you concerned about
paranoid.
our microphone?
I'm paranoid.
No, we're good. We're good.
I get paranoid.
She gets delusional. I've been doing the Sid voice a lot, and it's going to be a nightmare to try and edit. Yeah. All right. So, real quick, before we start, we do have TikToks. We need to... should really click more on TikToks. I need help with that, too. I've been putting it all on Patience lately. I've been a slacker. So, you can check us out on there, though. We got some good highlights there on TikTok at Gummy Buddies Podcast. You can email us at...
gummybuddyspodcast@gmail.com.
Reach out to us on any of our socials. We will be happy to hear from you. It's good to know that we're not talking into the void, as we do. She's all yours. Oh, wait. Are we going to clink first? We should clink first. That's right. Before our previouslys. We have wonky gummies today.
This one was curled, so it's not... I don't know. I had to, like, cut it weird. I don't know whose might be a little more, but I think I got it. I don't know.
I'm hoping Patience is a little more, because she... gets high less easily than I do.
You didn't clink.
I know, I was talking.
Clink! The sound waves. It bothers me. I'm like, am I talking loud enough? Am I talking loud?
Wumbo. I don't know what I'm doing there.
How interesting would it be if we, like, had one episode where we just used a voice changer?
Maybe we can just...
Am I not talking loud enough? Am I
No.
talking very, like...
You're speaking at a good volume. That was a beautiful sigh. I'm totally not editing that out because it was just like a perfect sound effect. Makes
me sad. Do you ever feel like you sound like a man?
Sometimes. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind? I can't even finish my joke.
I really...
Sometimes I feel like a plastic bag. All right, I'm gonna do it. I just shoved a sugar granule in between my two front teeth.
We got a new Alani to try, the cherry bomb.
Patience found it in the store. It's like a Valentine's Day edition. This flavor's not bad. Kind of soapy in a weird way. Do you get a soap?
I'm getting a lot of flavors in my mouth that I don't like.
That's what she said.
Like, a lot. It's really gross.
These gummies are extra soft. They must be a good batch. Must not have been sitting on the shelf for long. We've got post-gummy gummies that are Skittles wild berries. Well, speaking of which, real quick before you do your previously, I was talking the other day with my cop friends. I totally forgot I used to love the wild thornberries, and I forgot they even existed.
Oh.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I just forgot the show existed.
One of mine is tainted. Look, it's like...
Oh, it's got pestilence.
It's purple and blue.
That looks pretty, actually. The plague. Wait. And my cracker is mine tainted, too, with green and blue.
It is.
Tainted
Too
meat.
fresh of a batch.
I almost should drop my phone.
Okay.
All right. I'm eager to hear what these are, because I don't remember what the previous were at all. I know I'm the one that wrote them down. No clue.
We have a lot of them.
All right, lay them on me. No, lay them on me, patience.
Before I get started on it, though. Okay, I'm gonna, like, give more of an update on my episode next episode.
This is the first time you'll ever hint at what we're gonna talk about. You've never told me.
I wasn't gonna talk about it.
Oh.
But okay, hold on. Okay. So next time it's my episode, I'm gonna go over this update that happened. I think it's really cool that we get to give an update on one of our murder cases that we've gone over. I feel like that's really special. I mentioned it a little bit in our last episode, but the yogurt shop murders, they actually did find out who killed them. And remember how they saved, like, that one piece of DNA so, like, they wouldn't, like...
Yes, they got a match?
Yep, they found out who did it. It was linked to an unsolved murder case in Virginia. Wow. And I saw what he looks like. And so I'm really excited to show that, but I'm going to go over it when it's my episode because I feel like they deserve
a little bit more attention.
They deserve a lot more. So I'm going to do that. And then I'll give you a little hint to my topic next week. It's a little hint.
That's a sad joke to make.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't even know a hint to even give.
The name is something that Patience has a hard time pronouncing, which I know could be anything. But...
Benign. You'll get the joke later. Benign.
It's a very famous case, so...
Very famous from the 90s.
Mm-hmm. We will see.
There's a lot of...
This is the first time we're going into it where I actually know what our topic's gonna be, so...
And I've heard there's a lot of, like, speculation about, like, who did it and things like that. Or who did it, or who was, like, a part of it, or something like that. I don't know anything about it. That's why I want to do it. But it's, like, what... Would you say it's one of the most popular ones from the 90s?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was definitely one of those wildfire cases from the 90s. Like, you saw it on tabloids, a specific picture. Tragic.
This is a good hint.
So,
good hint. Good
that
hint.
is all you get. So.
Okay, so that's next week. Anyways. Hey, our mic's working. I'm not nervous that it's not working now.
Poor earwax. We just jostled it out of its bed.
Okay.
My thighs keep screeching this.
Previously on Gummy Buddies. We have a lot. So, the first one, what is classified as alimony? It's a court-ordered financial payment, like payments, from one spouse to another that is intended for the lower income spouse.
Okay.
To help them, like, live.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really interesting because I feel like that's...
I knew that in, like, cheating cases, a lot of wives got alimony back in the day, but I didn't know anything about it.
I didn't even know what alimony was, so... The actress from Hidden Figures, in that movie that we watched on our way home, which I didn't look up the name of the movie, sorry, but her name... Okay. Taraji Henson.
How do you spell it?
Taraji. And I looked up the pronunciation and it says Taraji.
Okay.
So, I didn't know that was her name.
Great actress. Deserves all the freaking awards.
Very famous.
Like, so her emotions just like immediately resonate.
I'm sad I didn't look up the movie name, but very good. Very good.
You keep doing that and I'll double check the movie name. Go ahead.
Okay. So our third one, all execution methods currently available. All right. This one, a lot. Okay? It's centered on lethal injection, but They use electrocution, firing squad, lethal gas of cyanide or nitrogen, and they still do hangings. And
whoa,
so
they still do hangings. I didn't expect that.
I think it's very rare, but it says, I had, like, the page was very full, so I had to write around everything. And then we asked, do you get to pick how you die? Go ahead.
The movie was called Straw, by the way, on Netflix. It's called Straw, like as in the last straw.
Oh, okay.
I would not have remembered that.
I wouldn't either.
All
but
right.
it makes sense.
Yeah, great movie. All right.
Okay, so yes, you get to pick how you die. In some cases, you get to pick. In some states, you get to pick. Especially if drugs are scarce.
Can you say especially again?
Especially? No, X! I said X! Especially. Especially.
No.
Especially.
Nope.
Especially.
Beautiful.
I hate it here. And they differ from state to state. So, and then it says, in some cases, it actually prevents the inmates from the 8th Amendment for cruel and unusual punishments. So if they get to pick, they can't later try to appeal it because they picked what they wanted. So, like, they couldn't, like, stall the process.
Okay.
So, like, if... I can't remember what states they're in, but, like...
Oh, like, they have the right to pick because it's torture to not know how you're gonna die? That? Like, you know you're gonna die, but you don't know the medium, so that's a form of
And it
cruel
said, like, some inmates base it off of, like, how painful it is and, like...
how quick, I'm sure.
So... but the new method is the nitrogen hypoxia. It's the new emerging method. So
the new emerging method, you say?
Yeah.
Tell me all about it so I can so that I know.
There's only a select few states. I think it was Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, and Oklahoma. But it's just like the lethal gas with the cyanide, but they use nitrogen, so just oxygen deprivation.
So less painful, I would think, hopefully.
I believe that's how the suicide pods work. If you have read up on those. So basically when the...
I'm not.
Okay, well, the suicide pods, you enter them, and basically once you enter, I think you have to go through so many steps, but I believe they use the nitrogen hypoxia method where...
Where are those at?
They're
like
only
other
legal
countries?
in Sweden. In other countries, yes. Very neat. I love them. It makes me really happy.
We can say this because we both have family members that have committed suicide, so we're allowed. We're allowed to have an opinion on this.
I think the actual, like, first official, like, use was last year. And it was a woman who had, like, terminal cancer, and that's how she chose. But the nitrogen hypoxia, like, how it works is it's the oxygen, from your brain. It deprivates it. But it basically puts you to sleep, and then you die because of all the oxygen. But your body doesn't realize
you're
it because
unconscious.
you're asleep.
That sounds like, when people die in fires, they die because of the inhalation of the carbon monoxide, smoke, whatever, versus burning to death.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I like it if you want to, I don't want to say.
If you want to look into it, no.
But it's really interesting because I think it's very, like, come back to me. I think it's just interesting, and I like that there is a place that people can do that.
Okay.
Too.
Yeah.
Moving on. Name of the crazy cat fungus.
Wait,
Okay.
I looked this up today. Is it the toxic?
So when I first looked it up, it gave me cryptococcus. And that is, like, an actual disease that the cats get.
Mm-hmm.
And it, like, causes them to have all these, like, skin issues and stuff. Well, in humans or other rodents, it's called Toxoplasma gondii. It's a single-cell parasite that alters the brain, and it makes you have an obsession with cats. I didn't think this was real, like when Katie talked about it last time, but it's also very rare, and in most cases, it just causes other rodents to lose the fear of cats.
And it also doesn't, like, it's not necessarily causes an obsession with cats too. Doesn't it just also kind of affect your motor functions? It possibly just affects the way your body is too, right? Like it's
brain
behavioral
altering
and cognitive.
And, it can change like personalities, like make you have personality disorders. I was like, what?
So what if, guys? What if these farm murders are based on like an undiscovered toxin in these farmlands that's causing these axe murder behaviors?
Parasite?
Yes. I'm telling you.
Think about the farm animals. Imagine how much they carry.
I'm telling you.
Dude, what if we like just came up with something that was like a
crazy discovery? What if we could save lives by them figuring this out and just like a simple freaking antibiotic or something for it? Like obviously antibiotics aren't for fungus, but you know what I mean? Like an antifungal.
It's crazy. So there's that. How common was it to sell tickets to murder scenes?
Oh yeah.
It was not common at all.
Oh.
Good. I couldn't really even like research. There wasn't really any that like it was telling me about because it said most like even executions were public because they wanted it to be like a form of power and like humiliation and things like that. But it did say that it's called murder mobilia is very common, like in most places. Like it's a very hot commodity.
The murder weapon or whatever,
or things just like when we were reading about the story where they would pick the raisins off or whatever. Like that they said that's a very like high commodity. Oh yeah, I mean,
it makes sense. Things. Look at the museums that fight over, Ted Bundy's shoes or whatever.
So I didn't really know that. And the name of the CPR. You put dolls. I only looked up one doll.
Rescue Annie?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they say, obviously it's French. She was found in the river of Seine.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
Your face, you're like,
and they had this like really pretty name for her.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like the unknown of she was like the lady of the unknown. Of the sign or whatever.
Isn't that such a cool story?
They had a picture of her too.
Beautiful.
Well, obviously because she's a CPR dummy, but very interesting. I would have never known it was based on a real person. Mm-hmm. So that was all. That was all on Previously on Gummy Buddies.
Okay, guys.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Mm-hmm. Your TED Talk was beautiful. I loved every second of it. I really got to stop sitting because I feel like, and by sitting, I mean SIDDING, said the slothing. I feel like it's going to be a nightmare to edit. Okay, Caden. My kid, what a brat. For those that are not seeing, he wrote Caden was here in Patience's notebook.
Oh my gosh, I hope he didn't, like, read anything. Not that I would write anything bad, I'm like...
Oh, I didn't write clink time. I would say, 9:20. All right. Yeah, I don't think you were... So, I'm going to preface my story with, there is a high likelihood you have come across this. This is a very famous case. Patience herself recently did an episode where when she was going through that episode, she had a whole bunch of mini stories she did. And I have a feeling this is one of them. I'm not going to lie. I was so high. I don't remember you talking about this. You might have briefly mentioned them, but we're going to go do a deep dive. Okay. Deep dive. Okay. So I'm just going to go into my story. I'm not going to say the name of it. I'm just going to build it up for you. We're going to build the suspense until something clicks and you go, oh, I know this.
You know what will be really crazy? If it's the story that I was going to do last week that I couldn't do, or the last time, because I could have made it into a longer story, so I decided not to. Makes me wonder if it's this story.
Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know.
Okay. You say one word and I'm like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It was. That's it. Do you want to guess before we go?
I need like a general gist though.
Okay. It was a true crime. And it was in the 70s.
True crime in the 70s.
Nope.
Oh. I'm not good with the 70s or the 80s. I kind of get there with the 90s, but...
Some of us were born before then. I was not born in the 70s, just saying. I was born in 1989, as discussed last week, and shame into me last week. All right, we're just going to dive in then. It was November 13th, 1974. A cool but not frigid day, much like we've been having here in Nebraska lately. A Wednesday. A bartender at Henry's Bar in Long Island, New York, is having a perfectly normal weeknight on the job a little after 6 p.m. when a 23-year-old man named Ronald DeFeo Jr., who also went by the nickname of Butch, so that's what I will be calling him, bursts into the front door of the bar in a panic, and he shouts, "You gotta help me! I think my mother and father have been shot!" Everybody freaks out, and a small group of people from the bar run after the man and follow him back to his house down the block. What they find will be burned into the history books forever as one of the most gruesome tragedies of the 70s. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Is this ringing a bell so far?
Yep.
Perfect. I like surprising her. Stop, Sid, the slothing.
Do you remember what episode I would have, grouped this in with?
Yep. But I'm scared if I tell you, then you'll know.
Will you remind...
I'll remind you later,
after
after I say the golden word that I think you'll recognize a specific word, and I've purposefully, waited, and I'm going to marinate the story, and then I'm just going to smother you in my juices, and then we're going to really enjoy it when it, bursts with flavor in your mind. Okay? All right. I've been listening to way too much Basement Yard, because I need to calm down. Let me set the scene just a little more for you. So this house that they went back to, it was a beautiful, iconic 5-bedroom home. It had a sign in the front yard that labeled the estate High Hopes. It had a pool. It had a boathouse. This was New York, but this was not the kind of place you would expect to be shot up. It was a nice suburb where things like this just don't happen. But boy, did they happen. What is one feature on your mansion that you would want?
Ooh. The pillars?
Ooh, like an arbor lot. You're strapping them in like you're on a roller coaster.
I don't know. Something about it just makes it seem very grand and fancy.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
They have or the ones that have the pillars, but then they have the awning that goes over the drive as you pull up.
Yes,
I like
that.
those because I feel like it makes it feel very grand.
Mm-hmm. I agree. That's why I freaking love Arbor Mansion because of that. Love the columns. Oh. Good. I don't know. I would like a greenhouse, like a nice big actual greenhouse. I think we've discussed this before on the pod. Whatever, we're doing
Probably
it again. And of course, a pool house, like an indoor pool house with a hot tub adjacent. How cool would that be? And it could have a connected greenhouse that's also kept warm in the winter. We're just thinking we're millionaires here. I don't think I could have slurred that any more than I did. Inside of this house, the group of men found Ronald's mother and father in bed, both lying face down, shot from behind with 2 gunshot wounds apiece. All the while Ron is outside, inconsolable and sobbing. But devastatingly, this tragic ending was only the beginning. The men searched the rest of the house, only to discover an absolute bloodbath. Butch's younger siblings, Dawn, who was 18, Allison was 13, Mark was 12, and John was just 9 years old. The girls were in their shared bedroom, and the boys were in theirs. Butch himself had a separate bedroom all to himself. Each one had been killed by a single shot, lying in bed in their pajamas. One of the men calls the police, and they arrive within minutes. Side note here, I read the call transcript. I almost was going to have you read it with me and reenact the 911 call that this guy did, but I didn't want to. I thought we would laugh trying to reenact it, and I wanted to be respectful because it was very traumatic and it was a real thing that happened. But I found it fascinating reading it because the guy, it was a friend of Ron's, whatever. It was a friend of his, And he, like, said his name 6 times. He's like, this, you spell like this. And they're like, what is it? And they, like, have him repeat his name 6 times. And he's like, it doesn't matter. Get here. There's dead people. Like, you need to come. There's people that are dead. There's, like, at least 4 people. You need the cops here now. And they're like, okay. Where's it at? What's the block on? And they're sitting there just hemming and hawing about, like, who's calling and where it's at and all these little minutia. And it was just, like, kind of painful to read. So remind me later. And I know you would find that 911 call really interesting to read. So he calls the cops and they get there. They keep Butch in the kitchen, all the while interviewing him and sweeping the house for evidence. And the whole time he's just doing the same thing. He's sobbing. He's devastated. When asked who he thought could possibly do this, Butch immediately said, Louis Fellini. Butch said that his dad had ties to the mafia. Please. Yes. Question for you, ma'am.
Let me think. It.
Oh, is this ringing a bell for some reason for you now?
Who did I talk about that had connections to the mafia?
The Iceman? Really circling it back here.
This was so long ago. Actually, long ago.
Mm-hmm.
We've done so many.
I know. Isn't it crazy?
No, I was thinking about the guy that... the children that went missing.
The Sauter family and the Italian.
When was that?
When did we talk about it? A while ago.
I don't remember what year that happened, though, either, so... And there are firecrackers outside.
'Cause
America!
America!
Okay, so it's not anything with the Sauter children?
No.
Okay, that's what I was originally thinking because of the mafia.
The Sauter children, I don't think they were in New York, though, either. I think they were somewhere further south.
You said somewhere tied.
You know, you're right.
Was I in the... Okay, you said something about ice. The Iceman.
I wasn't talking about them. That's very political right now. We're not talking about them.
Not the Iceman case?
No.
Okay.
It was not connected to Sauter or Iceman.
Dang. That was where I was thinking. Darn.
So Butch said his dad had ties to the mafia. And this Louis Fellini guy...
Wait. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
2 questions.
Yes.
Do you believe that the mafia still exists?
Yes.
What would you do if someone approached you and said, hey, I'm in the mafia, you need to get out of here?
Like would you get out of here, like...
I'm going to kill you if you don't. Like, what are you
I would probably, anybody, even if you're like a 2-year-old with a Glock, if you tell me to get out of the room, I'm going to get out of the room. So it's January 9th. Why? I don't know if that's going to show up, but that's stupid. Basically, if they've got a weapon, I'm gonna listen to them. I'm gonna respect it because, you know, I don't want to get shot and killed. But if somebody was like, yeah, I'm in the mafia, I have ties to the mafia, I'd be like, you're a crazy person who's making up lies for attention. Okay. I wouldn't believe them. Because anybody that's actually in it wouldn't really brag about being in it, I would think. Because, you know, there's secrecy.
So, if you actually look up, I don't know what you would have to look up on TikTok, but there was a guy who recently posted a TikTok, and he was sitting, I think, at an airport or at some lounge, and this guy walks right up to him, and he's just, like, recording, like, a YouTube video or something about his trip, and this guy walks up, leans into him, and says, I'm with the mafia. If you don't get out of here, my buddy's right there, we're gonna take care of you. Like, literally, like, on this video, and this guy posted it, and he's like, oh, okay. And he, like, he was like, right now? And he's like, yep, right now. Like, get out.
But, like, what if they were gonna follow him and just murder him outside, not in front of people?
So he literally, like, packs up all his stuff, and the camera, I think, was still rolling, and he, like, left. And, I mean, I don't know what happened after that, but it just makes me wonder, like...
It would be so stupid if the mafia cared about us. Like,
how many people are
you're
in
eating
the
too
mafia?
many gummies.
Like, do you think it's, like, as big as it once was?
Like, if I had to guess how many people were actually in it.
Because think, they're, like, they look normal.
I would say no more than 1,000. I would say 500 to 1,000.
You can't touch me.
Yeah. I'm a mutt. I might have Italian blood.
I actually,
What potency of Italian blood do I need to be protected by these people, though? Like, is it 1 drop per gallon? If I eat enough breadsticks, do I qualify as Italian? Do I get breadstick immunity if I go to Olive Garden once a month? Like, hey, I visited the garden, I'm good. This is my past, don't kill me.
How do people find out that families were tied with the mafia?
I think it had to do with the same way, like, the Clintons and the Trump, all these, like, rich political people are in a different class, right? And there's the Kennedys. I think those elites have their own, like, they know who's who.
I'm gonna deep dive and see if I can find any info, because my dad's side is all Italian, and they actually grew up really close to New York. Oh
my gosh.
But it would be my great grandfather. Ancestry thing. He was like, they lived somewhere in New York.
It's crazy.
I think that'd be really interesting to find out if he had ties.
I wonder if Ancestry.com or whatever, one of those sites, I wonder if they do an automatic search for genealogy articles. So, like, say they can trace their bloodline to tell you who all you're related to. It'd be cool if it auto-populated articles about them, too, where you could just click into it and read about your family.
If
not, they need to make software like that.
It's really, for me, when I do my research topics, it's really hard for me to find information. So when you do yours, I don't know how you do it, but like, so I don't know much about my dad, and this year was the first time ever I found out where he went to school.
Oh, that's cool.
And that makes me so unbelievably happy. And I was like, oh, I want to go there. I want to see if they had like trophies of his, because like my old school would keep trophies from years and years and years.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. And I'm like,
I think it's interesting.
Makes me think of Vampire Diaries.
I think it's just like really neat that people keep the like years.
Yeah. Or
going.
Like if you knew somebody that graduated, seeing his like yearbook picture would be cool.
I think also
he looks a lot like you. You look like him. Yeah.
That actually, the one I posted on Facebook was his yearbook picture.
Oh, okay.
But
nice.
Yeah, it was something really special to find out this year. But I think it's interesting because I think kids nowadays aren't as interested in
English.
Kids nowadays are not as interested in genealogy or like past history things. I feel like they don't care about history. They're just like all about the new age technology.
You think so? I don't know. I think that's definitely true.
I feel like
to a certain
technology
extent.
is so.
I think that
like the new thing. Like
there's so much going on in the now, and there's so many things, like crazy things that are happening all around the world right now. I feel like the only historical research people are really interested in is like has to do with like either citizenship, or it might have to do with like current events with like historic wars and stuff. I feel like before all this stuff happened recently, people I agree they didn't really care as much. Which
like,
I get
okay,
to a
like
certain
this is
extent.
gonna sound crazy.
I love crazy.
When we were younger, I feel like dinosaurs were like the thing. It was the thing. And now I'm like, kids nowadays, they're like, I feel like, dinosaurs, whatever. And I'm like, that was the thing. So I feel like
Jurassic Park really knocked it out of the park.
I feel like because we're in such a new age technology that kids won't have things like that they're so interested in.
I think it's just a thing that trends. Like we were talking about the crafts, and I was like, what's a craft that was trending? Like, did you have friendship? Oh, we were supposed to do friendship bracelets. I was like, oh, what's a craft you did growing up or that was popular? And you're like, I don't really know. And I'm like, okay, maybe the craft kits were popular for me and not anymore. And like, now there's slimes or fidget toys. I don't know. I feel like it's just a trend. But yeah, great.
Okay, would you take would you take the new age things, or would you take the old?
Well, being sentimental, I don't know. I like the best of both worlds. Like, I like trying new things, and look at me, I'm into slime now. I'm a slime girl.
She is.
I'm a slime, what's a word? A slime connoisseur, yes.
Connoisseur? Connoissaurus?
It's okay, it's not a dinosaur.
Okay, sorry, I needed to go down that rabbit hole.
I'm glad we went down that rabbit hole. So back to Louis Fellini. Butch said that his dad had ties to the mafia. And this guy was a hitman who had lived with them and helped his father stash some valuables away. Said like he had dug out a hole in the basement, had like jewelry and gold, and like buried it somehow under the house and was helping him hide stolen goods. But I guess their living situation with Louis Fellini did not end well. So Butch immediately blamed him. He's like, this has got to be the guy. So the police go, look, since everyone else in your family is killed, we should get you back down to the station ASAP because we need to protect you. Somebody else, they killed the rest of your family, like you could be next. So they bring him back. Butch agrees. He goes, yeah, you're right. Like, I don't want to die. He goes back with them to the police station. They set him up with like a cot in their records room, and they didn't arrest him at this point. They were just like, okay, you could die. We're protecting you. Now, while Butch is sleeping, the detectives dive into the investigation, and what they find is wild. It turns out that poor Butch is not the innocent victim he portrays himself to be. And they find a slew of evidence pointing to the oldest son himself slaughtering his entire family.
It's the parasite.
I'm not.
Somehow made it to New York. New York City!
New York City! All the way from Tucson, Arizona. Watch What We Do in the Shadows. It's a funny freaking show.
It's very good.
So, firstly, with this evidence, Fellini did exist.
I like that you're saying the word Fellini a lot because it makes me think of pasta.
I just was about to say it makes me think of like linguine. First of all, tortellini Fellini did exist. That sounds so racist. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for existing on the internet. But let's do a level check really quick. Brr, brr. I'm at like a 1.5, I think. I like feel it at a nice level, but I think I'm gonna skyrocket pretty quick, so I definitely want to keep plowing on with my story.
I don't know. Maybe the same. I can tell it's one of those nights where I'm not gonna be a super fun high. I'm gonna be a tired high. I feel it because I feel my body's like starting to relax, but I feel very like I could go to sleep. So
stay tuned. I'll get her with the spray bottle at snack break, and then she'll kill me. So, speaking of murder, back to my story. Fellini did exist, but he was not in the area at the time, and he had an alibi. Looking into his past, the detectives found the squint. You're like,
where did alibi originate?
Looking into Butch's past, the detectives found that Butch had an interesting history full of mental health problems. Though Butch's father, Ron Sr., had alcoholic episodes where he was physically and verbally abusive, apparently the parents noticed odd psychiatric behaviors in their son as he grew up, and they tried to get him help and they tried to get him into therapy. Butch did not see the benefit from it and basically ended up getting whatever handouts from his parents he wanted, who just dished out money, like a $14,000 speedboat. They just gave it to him. Whatever else, just to keep peace with their son. When Butch was 17, there was an incident where he and his group of friends, this made my blood run cold. Like when I run cold. Grammar. Just like my grandma used to make. When he was 17, he and his buddies went out hunting. And out of nowhere, Butch takes his loaded hunting rifle and aims it right at one of their friends. Without even saying a word. The friend starts freaking out and like crying and screaming. He runs from the scene and he flees the woods. And like they ended the hunting trip. And they somehow run into him or catch up with this kid later on in the day. And Butch just asks, "Why'd you leave earlier? What happened?" As if he didn't even do it. Just cold-blooded sighted in right on him like he was going to kill him. It's also worth noting that about this time is when Butch started to use drugs like heroin and LSD while attending his fancy private school. So take that how you will. It obviously had to have been a factor in his behavior because you never see LSD not affecting people.
Did you, you want to know a current meme?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? This guy posted on Reddit, or he did a story, and he's like, fentanyl's not it's not bad for your body. You can quit when you want. He's like, and I'll prove it to you. I'll show it. I'll show that it's possible to quit. And literally, like, he, like, posts or something about that he's about to start this journey. And I think did he give updates or whatever? But then, like, 30 days later, he's, like, nowhere to be found. Like, there's no evidence of him anywhere or anything. And I was like, the fact that you believe, like, that one of, like, I want to say it's one of the hottest drugs right now, like, isn't harmful. Like, are you stupid?
It's crazy.
Like, that makes me so mad.
Any opiate like that you stop cold turkey is severe danger to stop cold turkey. Like, there's a reason that clinics exist and that Narcan exists and naloxone and, like, all these medicines, Suboxone, like, all of them are there for a reason to help people get off of those drugs because you cannot quit cold turkey. It is dangerous. You will and can die.
I think, I swear he was on an interview because he was, like, explaining the science behind your brain reacting this way and how easily it is to, like, shut that off.
I mean, good for you to try and quit, but you shouldn't just up and quit cold turkey without a physician's supervision.
Like, I don't know. God, our generation, I think, is stupid.
What if when you stopped eating chocolate, it was, like, fatal? Like, once you start eating chocolate in your life, that's what's wrong with us. We're just not eating enough chocolate.
That's horrible.
We gotta keep doing it. All right, so back to Butch. In another incident, when he was a little bit older, I think he was 18 during this one, he heard his father abusing his mother, like yelling, hitting her, or them having some kind of really bad argument. So he goes up in his room. He takes a gun, he loads a singular bullet in it, and he goes downstairs, and he aims it right at his dad. And he shouts, "Leave that woman alone, I'm gonna kill you, you fat fuck, this is it!" Click. Pulls the trigger in his father's face. Miraculously, the gun did not fire, and the dad lived, and it was fine. But how do you recover after your child points a loaded gun at you and pulls the trigger? That is insane to me. Like, how that kid committed? Why was he not taken in and arrested, whatever? Like, how? They're just so freaking rich and bougie. It does not click to them that they can't solve it, that somebody else needs to intervene. I was just like, I'm not trying to victim blame or anything, but jeez.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy because, like, at what point you're like, okay, my kid's gotta go.
Yeah, like what would your kid do?
Like, what more could he have done to make you realize he needs to be in a special place?
Yeah, because you can still love your child. Granted, they did try to get him hospital. Like, they had him seeing doctors. They tried to get him. He might have even been institutionalized at one point or another. But when you're always right there with, like, I get that you want to...
existed for a reason.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know at what point my children would be, like, disowned. It's so difficult because I wouldn't sit there and buy him speedboats for his bad behavior, but, like...
Well, I feel like we come from, well, I don't know. Because I was going to say, like, maybe if you didn't have, like, a good relationship with your family, maybe it was, like, easier just to be like, Like, because I feel like rich people don't spend that much time with their children. Like, to be honest.
I don't know. I think it depends on how you got rich. Like, if you got rich from being a hardworking businessman and you're always out working on your stuff, of course you're not going to spend time with them as much. But if it's, like, old money and it's just passed down generationally and you yourself are a man of leisure, then you might spend more time with your kids. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or if you're, like, in a reality show and you're forced to spend time with your son for the camera, I guess. I don't know. It just would be nice to be rich enough to have our hot tub. That's all we want.
Support us.
Yeah. After all of this, Butch's family still hooks him up with a job at a Buick dealership that was owned by his grandfather. So very shortly before these murders occurred, like a couple of weeks, Butch is given the job of going and depositing a large amount of cash and checks from the dealership and bringing them to the bank. Okay? Specifically, he had $1,800 in cash and over 20 grand in checks. And wouldn't you know, Butch's bad luck had him get robbed blind at a stoplight. All that money just gone. Turns out, Butch had arranged for a friend of his to rob him, and they split the money.
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. I wish we could rob somebody.
We are being robbed by the government. They failed their what is the tax thingy?
They're always robbing us with the taxes.
What is it? Not taxes. The thing where they had to account for all the money that they spend in a year. What is that?
Audit?
Yes, whoever handles all the money.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the 6th year in a row that they failed the audit?
I don't know.
And it's like it was like $3.6 trillion that they can't account for. And I'm like,
shocker.
I'm like, yeah, I get in trouble if I don't
I know.
pay my taxes on time.
We forget
God
to report
forbid.
a $100 like gift we received, and they're like, "You're going to jail." It's crazy. I hate the United States tax system. The IRS can kiss my rear.
A series that would be really funny. We would have to present different criminals who got arrested for like the dumbest thing. I don't know why, but that sounds
stupid
so
criminals.
funny.
That could be a really fun one. Yeah.
I always think it's interesting, like some of the ways people,
I know,
what they get arrested for.
It kind of makes me think of the 1,000 Ways to Die show too, like just really stupid ways to die.
Yeah.
Stupid crimes. Actually, I know a podcast that did that. Now that you say that, like, I can't remember who, but someone was talking. Wine and Crime was talking about like absolute idiots. What they do is like they found local newspaper. They were having people submit local articles about stupid crimes and emailing it to them, and then they were reading the articles and talking about it.
Oh, that's cool.
It was funny. It was hilarious. Cool. Yeah. My chair is squeaky. So sorry, I lost my spot. So Butch splits the money with a guy. Now, while Butch was sleeping on this cot in that back room, the cops find out about that ongoing robbery investigation. One department, tells another, hey, this guy, we're looking into him. He's pretty shady. The alibi for Fellini, they found out that Fellini was fine. And they also found out that the forensics team is coming in hot with some more juicy information. Turns out, Butch is a collector and seller of guns. Turns out Butch is a pretty organized man with numerous labeled boxes in his room. Turns out that every family member was killed with a .35 caliber bullet. Turns out Butch had an empty box labeled .35 caliber Marlin rifle. So
in his apartment, where were they?
In the house in Butch's room.
Oh.
They found an empty box that said .35 caliber Marlin rifle, and that is the weapon that was used. It's cool that in the 70s they had the technology, they could tell it was a .35 caliber bullet just from examining the bodies. They knew that exact gun that was missing from Butch's room is the same kind that murdered the family. Butch
I'm a little confused.
Okay.
Because they have shell casings. That's how you know what the size of the caliber is.
True. But he picked up the shell casings.
How do you know that?
We'll talk.
Oh, okay. I'm like, that's the only thing I can think of.
No, like they were able to measure it based on like the
diameter.
Yeah, like they were able to measure it from whatever.
Gold star.
I like how you pointed like I'm going to give myself a gold star. I don't care. Future patients can suck it. So the exhausted detectives, they swap out to a fresh team that just absolutely laid into interrogating Butch for the next day. His story, like they woke him up and they're like, hey buddy, you got some explaining to do. Butch's story changes over and over again as he realizes that the inconsistencies and the cops realize that there's so many inconsistencies in his accounting of events. And in a last-ditch effort, Butch says, well, some random mobster dudes broke into the house and they dragged me out of bed and they took me to every room and they made me watch as they shot my family. The police were not falling for any more of Butch's lies. This next information I'm going to read from archive.org. Too much Minecraft. Excuse me. Sorry.
It's okay. You're actually fine.
All right. So in the interview, it says, they must have made you a piece of it. One detective.
Remind me to say something after this.
Okay. Ooh. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties. My whatcha-jiggy is not driving with my thingamajig. There we go. I accidentally, zoomed in and couldn't zoom. I couldn't zoom.
Zoo out?
No zoo outing.
It's fine.
Oh, okay. It's just a weird situation. All right, I got it. They must have made you a piece of it, one detective told Butch. They must have made you shoot at least one of them, or some of them. Butch fell for it, and the trap was sprung. It didn't happen that way, did it? Asked Rafferty. Give me a minute, Butch replied, his head in his hands. Butch, they were never there, were they? Fellini and the other guy were never there? No, Butch finally confessed. It all started so fast. Once I started, I just couldn't stop. It went so fast. Boom. He just caved. Confessed to it.
Oh.
So what really happened? No one knows for sure what set him off. But Butch got his gun, and he went into his parents' room. He watched them sleeping for a minute from the doorway. And then he rapid-fire executed them. Bang, bang, 2 shots to his father. His mother stirred a bit, but before she got up, bang, bang, into his mother. It makes me so sad just picturing him. I can't imagine my kid just walking in out of nowhere and doing that to me. I don't know. It's just so sad. And also, how long do you think you would last under interrogation like that?
Am I guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Ooh.
You're a stubborn wench. I could see you.
I would accept a plea deal.
Patience, I know you stole the last cosmic brownie. Fess up right now.
I didn't steal it.
I mean it. I know you stole it. There was a full box, and there were plenty in there, and they just magically disappeared, and I knew there was one more.
What evidence do you have?
I'm telling you right now, okay? There were fingerprints on the plastic wrapper that got left on the counter, which we all know is a pattern of yours.
But how do you know it was the last one?
I know for a fact that wrapper belonged to the last one because I licked it. I marked it.
So now your evidence is at the scene of the crime. Maybe you ate the last one. Why are you
no,
licking
because
the
your
last...
fingerprints were on there too. It's definitely. Just by stop, the punishment is death.
I'll confess if you give me a plea deal.
Fine.
No death row. Life in prison.
Life in prison. No Nutter Butters for the rest of your life either.
I wonder if prisoners actually get
cruel and unusual punishment. Okay. Wait, I wish I grabbed the ring light. Like, whatever.
I don't think. I definitely think that I would have to accept a plea deal before I confess to anything. Because if I truly knew that I did it, and if I knew what I could be charged for, the worst part, I would have to accept a plea deal.
I'm definitely I would do the plea deal as well.
I would fully internally accept that I got caught for whatever bad crime I did. But if I, still want to be around, I would be like, you're not getting nothing until I get this, Yeah. It makes sense. We could be criminals.
Could be. We've talked about going to prison together.
What would our
mafia name? Oh, hang on.
The Gummy Buddies. We start our own gang.
I thought you meant nicknames, like Butch. I thought you were like, oh no, what would your mafia nickname be? Okay.
I thought mafias, their groups would have certain names.
I think it's just the family name,
I've never seen Sopranos or The Godfather.
The Bellinis. The Linguinis. We would be the Tortellinis. Because we're tortas.
That's so good.
Yeah. What would your mob nickname be? I'd call you Big Tits McGee. What would mine be? Medium Tits McGee.
Or the Tit Gang.
Gang. Okay. The blue-footed boobies.
Oh, I love that.
We need to get shirts with our gang. It's it's a picture of a blue-footed booby, but with like gang paraphernalia, like the turkey gangs. Like with a pimp chain and like a handkerchief and like a gun.
That's so funny. I feel like we haven't had a good thought like that in a while. That was good.
Stupid. So stupid.
I don't remember where we were at with the story. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'll bring it around to town. Thank you. I needed to laugh at my SpongeBob reference. So somehow during this whole process,
Oh yeah, we were on the confession. He confessed. Got it. He caved.
His parents. He shot his parents. And somehow after he shot his parents, no one in the other rooms was woken up enough to call for help. Butch made quick work of his 4 siblings and slaughtered them. The brothers were shot. This hurts. The brothers were shot, one through their spinal cord, so he had to lay there twitching in pain for minutes before dying, and another one through his internal organs, suffering briefly before he died. These sisters were mercifully killed instantly. And you'll remember, it's not like it was, 18-year-olds. I don't know why that would be better. In my brain, it's just the younger you are.
Like more innocent.
Yeah. Remember, the youngest was 9 years old. We are not talking about... It's just so sad.
That is very sad.
No child that age should have to suffer in any way, let alone so horrifically. So, sisters were... Luckily, one was shot and the left side of her face was blown off, and the other was shot and killed instantly as well. But supposedly, they did look it up, and none of the family members were drugged. They just slept through it all. Even the family dog that was barking frantically out in the boathouse. Around 3 a.m. on a quiet November night, in less than 15 minutes, 6 lives were stolen in a horrific, pointless massacre. Butch methodically went and he cleaned up his mess, picked up his evidence. He showered, he bagged up his bloody clothes and gun, and he then went and drove to a storm drain close by, where he hid the evidence inside. He got ready for work, and he went about his day planting seeds for the cover-up, telling anybody that he came across that he'd been calling his family and they weren't answering for some reason. He didn't know why. And he knew all the cars were there, but he didn't know why no one had gone to work or gone anywhere that day. And it was just crazy that nobody was answering their phone. Butch made it a point to also stop at his girlfriend's house and call from her house and go, "Oh, is anybody home?" Just sitting there trying to call the family that he had just killed. I love you too, Willow. She's headbutting me while I'm talking. She might have sensed me sad. I'm just kidding. She is not that kind of a cat. She could care less. If I were dead, she'd sit on my corpse. Ronald DeFeo Jr. pled not guilty by Ronald DeFeo Jr. pled not guilty by reason of insanity.
Willow, stop, baby.
Willow, no more.
It's every pod
She keeps
night.
on moving the cord, and we're paranoid she's gonna unplug it. He pled not guilty by reason of insanity. Words. My nose is my nose is getting. I gotta do a boom boom in the break. That sounds like I gotta go boom. Willow, no. Hang on, just a second here. Seriously, like just push her. Die.
Is there anything that we can like put here or like wrap that up? Here, I'll hold this.
You can rap. Go. Ready?
Okay.
You're not gonna
That's
rap?
better. That's
Wow.
better.
Rude. Pled not guilty.
Not guilty.
It was a battle of the psychologists between the prosecution and the defense. The defense had even hired a well-known psychiatrist who has been consulted in the famous Son of Sam killings in that era.
I don't know what Son of Sam
The
is.
Son of Sam is a famous serial killer from that time. Definitely will be a topic we talk about. Either you or I will. It's a very, very famous true crime serial killer. There were a couple of holdouts in the jury, but they went back in the room and they reread Butch's testimony, which I didn't know you could do like check-ins with the jury. And if they're not like, I didn't know you were allowed to know the voter counts before you got a unanimous verdict. I thought that you just always had to wait and find out, okay, we're all together or we're not. I didn't know you could know, oh, we got this many that are voting guilty, this many that are not guilty. So I found that interesting. But apparently they had two jury members said, no, I don't know if he's guilty. I just thought that was interesting. And I went back in, they reread all of the testimony, and they finally came back with a verdict. Guilty. Guilty on 6 counts of second-degree murder. 6 consecutive life sentences. I'm getting up a level because my diction is messed up.
How is it not first-degree murder?
Good question. They couldn't prove that they proved that he killed them in passion and tried to cover it up, but they couldn't prove how far in advance he had planned it. So second degree is heat of the moment, boom, boom. And first degree is, okay, I want to buy this gun. I'm going to do it on this day.
That's stupid.
So they couldn't prove the premeditation, basically.
Okay.
But by that time,
how old was he?
What does it matter? He was 23 years old.
Oh, dude, that's I gotta remind you to talk about the number 20.
As a matter of fact, do you want to read this next sentence that I had here? This was my next sentence. Yeah, I'm gonna rock your world.
What? No, I'll put a screenshot of it.
I got you. Screenshot.
What?
Butch was 23 years old. And he spent the rest of his life in jail. He died on March 12th, a day after our son's birthday.
I'm gonna freak out. It's
only a day after.
No, I gotta... Whoa. I gotta talk about at the break with you on this. I'm actually freaking out.
Wait, that was your dad's birthday? No, it wasn't your dad's. You just had your dad's birthday. What?
I'll talk about it on the break.
Now I want to know. Okay.
Whoa.
He was 23, spent the rest of his life in jail. He died on March 12th, 2021.
Just a few years ago.
Mm-hmm. You're like, oh, we missed it. We didn't celebrate. He died in Sullivan Correctional Facility in New York at the age of 69. The specific cause of death was not made public information, which I thought was surprising. I didn't know you could, withhold how a prisoner died from the public, but apparently you can.
Why?
No clue.
Previously, I want to know.
Okay. Good. I have a little more for you that may ring even more bells. This is where I'm, thinking we're getting to this exciting portion of it. That was exciting. You know what I mean? That wasn't not exciting, but it wasn't exciting. Just ignore me. That's what I do. Hang on. Lost my spot. Any day now. All right. So fast forward to a couple of years after the massacre. All right?
Couple of years
later. This big, beautiful house just sat empty. A realtor's nightmare trying to sell a place where such horrific tragedies occurred.
I would buy that place.
I know, right?
Murder or not, okay?
You know what? The Lutz family saw it as a bargain. They were the Lutz family. Not ringing a bell?
No?
Okay. I'm gonna laugh if we go the whole episode and you're not like, nope, never heard of this. And this whole time I'm like, it's gonna be familiar, and you're like, nah, no, never. I had this build up for nothing. Someone listening, mark my words, someone listening to this, I want to know, put a comment below and be like, she got me. I wasn't expecting that this was the case. I've heard of this before. Very famous. The big house was bought by the Lutz family for $80,000.
What a steal!
Practically a steal. It was a bougie mansion in upstate New York, Long Island. They said, yeah, what a deal. You know what? The realtor told them about the killings because, you have to tell. And they were like,
why do they have to tell?
We'll buy it.
I want to know why they have to say that.
I want to know what law. I want to see the court case. Previously in Gummy Buddies, what law required realtors to disclose that? What court case made it a requirement legally? I'm very curious. Good questions tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Stop, Katie. So the Lutz family, they snagged it up. In December of 1975, George and Kathy Lutz, and her 3 children from a previous relationship all moved into the house of their dreams. Which, by the way, I didn't mention this, but I did a lot of research on this, believe it or not. And Ron Sr., the dad that was killed, they started off as like a little poor family in an apartment in New York. And then he built up his businesses and saved so much money and became so successful that he was able to buy like this dream home for his family. So that's why he named it High Hopes. Like the dad may have been abusive and he may have been messed up. Like the fact that he finally got like his dream house and was like High Hopes. And this happened, how freaking sad is that?
That is sad.
Also, another random thing I just remembered. The neighbors said in like an interview after the fact that they saw him like gather outside with his kids for Sunday prayers because they had built like a statue of a Saint Joseph or something. And they have a statue in the front yard of it, which I have a picture and I could show you after we're done. He would gather them around for prayer around the fountain and stuff. So it was like, if he was abusive, like it was him. Yeah, I don't know why I randomly remember those things. Sorry, it just kind of popped in my brain out of order. This whole court was out of order. You're giving me your conductor grin. Like, she's special.
You are, just a little bit.
Do you want to just do a level check really quick? I'm at like a 4.
My eyes are getting super dry. I don't know.
2?
I don't know.
Rude.
Maybe a 3. I would give me a 3.
Okay, I'll accept that, I guess.
The
compromise
tiredness is like overcome.
I'm almost done. So then we can get up and walk around.
Is that a star-worthy word?
What was the word?
Overcumbersome?
Ooh, over-encumbered, over-cumbersome. No. Over-encumbered. Cumbersome is a word. You said over-cumbersome. You combine the words overcome and cumbersome. Is that a word? I don't think that's a word, but it's a new patience word if not.
It isn't a real word.
It's a cool word.
Right. It's in my dictionary now. Okay, maybe I'm a 4.
Maybe
I'm a 4.
Yes. Get on my level. It's good up here. All right. Back to the story. It wasn't long after moving in, however, that the Lutz family began to experience a slew of paranormal activity.
I love it.
I knew you would.
The thing I was going to remind... Oh, God. The thing that I wanted to talk to you about over snack break literally has to do with the paranormal thing that you were just talking about. And I'm really freaked out because they're, like, really matching up. And I'm like...
Oh, the March... Whatever, the date? Okay.
Katie, I'm freaking out just a little bit.
Patience loves conspiracy theories. She eats them up. She loves them like the cosmic brownies. Okay. So I will preface this with the fact that a lot of these theories have been debunked, but we are going to take them at face value and just enjoy the spookiness, okay?
Darn right, face value.
Darn right. We like things at face value. I like it on my face. Shut up. It is sad that this all started right after they moved in. I had a typo.
And Katie, a typo?
I'm ashamed. It is said, jeez. It is said that this all started right after they moved in and decided to have a priest come and bless the home. That priest heard a demonic voice yelling at them and telling them to get out and to stay away from the second floor bedroom where the DeFeo parents were killed. And there is record indicating that that's true and false. There's a stated affidavit where the minister himself said, no, I didn't say that. I didn't see that. I talked to them on the phone. And then there was a recorded video interview of him saying, yes, I heard this voice. So, don't know which is true. Don't know if it's indeed the same pastor and if the records are confused, but that was interesting. This was the catalyst for more and more paranormal trauma to occur in the house. George Lutz supposedly would go into these meditative states and hear or say names of demons. Doors slammed shut and opened on their own. The garage door would open and shut on its own. They saw slime oozing off of the walls, keyholes, and slime on the stairs. They had visions of demonic creatures, including some pig.
Like Baconator.
Yes. Supposedly there was one event where Kathy was seen to have aged rapidly and then levitated.
Sounds like the Conjuring house.
It does, doesn't it? After only 20, and you're going to love that in a second. After only 28 days in this house, the family reached a tipping point where they could handle the activity no longer. They fled the house in a panic, all in one night, then left all of their possessions behind.
Pause. If you had a house like that and that was going on, and it was like your dream home and all this, would you leave?
I think it'd last longer than 28 days. 28 days? Come on.
I literally
grow a pair.
I would not leave. I would not.
I would be so stubborn. I read a book once where the woman had a haunted house and she was always going on about the ghosts in their house like it was a normal thing. Like they were annoying. Like, this one, and as a matter of fact, there was a scene where she was complaining because they kept oozing slime on her walls. And she was like, come on, of course they had to do this. And she's just like annoyed with them and they're like roommates. Yeah.
Huh.
We're good. Okay. Sorry, my computer had a secret message for me. Just imagine up and leaving your house in one night too, like that, and like never going back in out of fear. What would you do if you just saw me like levitating and like my eyes were white and I looked like I was possessed? I would legitimately...
Hold on. You want to know my funny answer and then my legit answer?
Okay, what's your funny answer?
My funny answer was I would like dance around you like like what is it called? Worshiping. Where they like dance in a circle around you.
You would worship me?
No, worship. What is it called? Get with me.
I'm thinking of like
a ritual.
Ritual, like Outlander.
And I was like, I'll just dance around you and be like, Katie.
What are you, Rumpelstiltskin?
I think it'd be so funny. So that would be my funny answer. But if I actually saw you doing that, I would literally just probably watch you. I wouldn't even try to help you. To be honest.
This is the moment. This is how you felt when I said I would eat you as a kebab. I feel so betrayed right now that you wouldn't want to unpossess me. Dispossess me?
How would I unpossess you? Do I look like a priest?
That's what I would do, though. I would be like, I don't care if I'm a priest or not. I
grab
grab my Bible. I grab the cat spray bottle that we use to attack the cats that are being brats. I would literally take the Bible and I would shove it against the water and I'd be like, you do something. And I go, and I would shoot you.
I would not. I would just hope he'd come out.
What if I only became unpossessed where the water touched me? And like there are parts of me that were like freckles of holy and the rest that was a really high. Okay. Get off the internet, Katie.
That's so funny.
Perhaps the most terrifying of all of these paranormal activities, spontaneous, was George's claims that around 3:15 a.m. he would wake up frozen in his bed, locked and unable to move. That's the same time that the family was slaughtered. Have you ever had a sleep paralysis dream?
No.
Or like any, not just a dream, but like have you ever had a moment where you woke up and couldn't move?
No.
I told you about my sleep paralysis dream, didn't I?
Yeah.
Did I talk about it on the pod before? I won't tell.
So.
I don't want to talk about the one thing. If I didn't, just very briefly, I had a dream that my boyfriend at the time, weird saying that he was like a demon form behind me on the bed, like in the wall, and that he was like, I'm your sleep paralysis demon. And I heard him speak, but I knew it wasn't his voice. Like I knew he was possessed, and I knew it was him, but I couldn't see him. I like felt him behind me. And I was like in my bed, just frozen, like trying to move and not able to. Very creepy, because it was like a mimic or a skinwalker. Yeah. Okay.
I'm sad that I can't be.
You've not been sleep paralyzed.
I'm sad that I don't get to experience things like that. Like I rarely dream because I don't sleep well, and because I don't, it's like I don't get to experience those things. So when I do finally get a deep sleep and I have Because I think your brain dreams all the time. I can't remember what it is, but they proved that something happens to why you can remember a dream. But I, like, rarely ever... I can't tell you the last dream that I do remember. It's been that long.
I almost always remember them, like, for, you know, the first 10 minutes I'm awake, and if I don't think about it, they're gone. Like, I have to write them down because even though I remember at the onset very vividly, it's crazy how those memories can be so vivid and feel so real, and yet... they just immediately, like,
how often
flit out of your brain. You'd think it would stay in your memory. Like, if I experienced it in a dream, why is this not a really potent thing that sticks in my head? Why does it feel so strong and then just disappear so fast? Is that a really high thing to say, or is that, like, a cool thing
How
to say?
often would you say you dream?
Every night.
Like, you, every morning you would, like, you can wake up and just be like, oh, yeah.
Almost every morning I can wake up and be like, oh, I dreamt about this. Like, that's why I kept a dream journal for a while.
Do you know that makes me really sad?
I think it has to do with hormones. I really do. I think it depends on the level of hormones you have.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I had a dream.
Like, you're... Test.
We
Testing?
will kill Katie.
Compute. Remind me, I've got to charge us.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's from the Flintstones movie, talking about being old.
I don't know the last time I dreamed, and that makes me really sad. And normally if I do dream, I have a nightmare more than anything.
I like to tell people my dreams. I think it's interesting seeing their reactions when I tell them the story, because it's like, part of me wonders if they don't believe me, or part of me wonders if, like, they're jealous that they don't have vivid dreams.
You know what does make me sad? Oh, hold on. I'm going to expose myself. Not like that. Okay.
Sorry, guys. So it's not our Patreon. Couldn't be us.
So when you first go to sleep, it's like the first okay.
REM cycle?
When you're there, it's like the best sleep that your body's getting. Okay, so it's like right at the beginning.
Okay.
And then, like, most of the time people will wake up and your brain actually doesn't register that your body wakes up. Mm-hmm. So in this first sleep that you're in, mm-hmm. when that happens for me, TJ knows when I'm not having a good one because I whimper.
Oh.
Or I will cry. There are times where, like, TJ, like, you know how people have night terrors? Yeah. I literally wake up like that. And TJ doesn't tell me till the next day.
Tyler used to whimper and cry and it's like... like a little boy. It was sad. And I know he's probably embarrassed that I said that. Like, he listens to this. But, like, I used to have to shake him awake all the time.
So, yeah. I normally, like, if I do have one, I have one of those. So I don't get, like, happy ones that, like, I feel like everyone else gets.
I think we need to have a celebration episode and reenact your next happy dream. Like, whatever it is, we gotta, like, make a little Patreon video of it.
It makes me, I wonder, like, what you can do to make that not happen.
I just had a thought that had nothing to do with that, but can I say it before I forget? Yeah. It's like this genius idea that when you're high, you all of a sudden, like, your creativity levels, it'd be cool if there was a way to measure, like, how much more creativity you have when you're high. And, like, I feel like we come up with really good ideas and theories.
I was thinking, oh my gosh. Okay, I was thinking our brain, the way we could measure it, for some reason I was in our brains and I was like, yes, this department, we're very creative and, like, we're just high and having a really good time. And that's all I could think about was measuring, was us going into, like...
So I just pictured in SpongeBob when he's trying to, like, delete the old file, like, empty out your brain of everything but fans.
Yes.
Our brains probably do look like that on the inside right now.
But it's nice.
It is nice. I think we're on the same level tonight for now. For now. We weren't, but now I feel like we are. Finally. About time. I've been waiting here forever. Do you remember the famed paranormal investigators, Ed and Lorraine Warren?
Yes.
Well, apparently, this was during their time period. Oh. So Ed and Lorraine went and they called and they said, hey, I'll meet you at the house. And George said, no. Or I think it was George. One of them. They said, we're not going back to that house. You don't understand. I'll go to the restaurant down the road. Like, I'll go. It's over here. But I'm not going with you. So Ed and Lorraine Warren met one of the family members in a restaurant, took the house keys, and went back to this house to investigate. Lorraine said she saw, like, visions of the murders having taken place. And Ed said that, like, when he was in the basement, a force, like, shoved him down on the ground, and he felt, like, electrifying pins and needles sensation. So they did agree that there was some sort of demonic energy in the house. thought that was really interesting. Before I forget, I need to say this before I forget. They did an investigation years later and determined that there was a high level of carbon monoxide in the air in that house. And so a lot of the behavior, it could be hallucinations and hearing and seeing things that aren't there, that could have been a result of carbon monoxide, and the Lutzes really could have believed that that's what they saw just because of the carbon monoxide.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. So whether you believe all of these events, I need a sip of... I gotta finish this up. I'm like right at the end. Whether... my motor function. It's fine. I almost unplugged the mic again. It's fine. Whether you believe these events or not, a film director and author named... We're getting to my juicy flavor I talked about earlier. Okay. The director and author named Jay Anson poured over 45 hours worth of interviews and accounts from the members of the Lutz family. And in September of 1977, 2 years after the Lutz's panicked escape into the night, a book came out. It was published and it was titled The Amityville Horror.
What?
Yes, that's what I was looking for.
What?
Take it. Yes, right. The whole time, that's what we're talking about. The Amityville Horror. It was a real crime.
Oh,
he was number one.
Whoa.
Uh-huh.
That's actually mind blown.
Yeah.
Whoa. I wouldn't have known any of that.
I know.
At all.
That's why I didn't show you a picture, because I was scared if you saw a picture of the house preemptively that you would see it and it would trigger a memory of the cover.
Whoa.
So when I said it was related to your episode, Amityville Horror is a horror film based on a true crime event. And I thought maybe with your Halloween episode you did this year. I like saying this year because I know we're going to be doing this next year. That makes me happy. Stop attacking me, you stupid LED vine.
That
was exactly what I wanted. I'll savor that forever.
Oh, that was so good.
Mm-hmm. The Amityville Horror was published and it became an instant sensation. 2 years after that book came out, 2 years after that book came out, it was adapted into a film. In the year 2005, it was remade with our man, Ryan Reynolds, as George Lutz.
Oh my gosh.
We've got to watch it, right?
Holy
I saw it once when I was younger,
cow.
but I would love to rewatch it now.
I've never watched it.
Yeah, so you and I this weekend, hot date. I'll buy Scotcheroos.
Dude, okay.
Sold?
You want me to confess?
You're
Give me some
the
Scotcheroos.
You ate the last Cosmic Brownie, didn't you?
I did.
Fine, take these Scotcheroos.
I love Scotcheroos.
Good.
We used to have them all the
Fairway
time.
Scotcheroos. That's what we're talking about. Fairway Scotcheroos.
Whoa.
Good. Mm-hmm. Last little bit here. Whether you believe the incidents or not regarding the hauntings of the Lutz family, one thing is for certain. A tragedy occurred at 112 Ocean Avenue. I'm so stuffy. Amityville, New York. The important thing to remember is that a whole family of loved ones was lost that day in senseless violence. It does make you wonder, though, if you went there today and you stood in the doorway of that upstairs bedroom and you gazed inside that room, would you feel the echoes of that violence haunting you right now? After all, some say sorrow and anger like that takes on a life of its own. The
Whoa.
end. I don't know, it could be real.
All right.
It could be a real haunting. It was a real crime.
Now it's time for Patience's opinion.
This is the only time she's allowed to have an opinion, by the way. It's in her contract.
This will be episode 36.
Mm-hmm.
And I think out of all the episodes we have done together, this was the best story.
Yeah?
There was the other one that comes in a close second, the Webster. That was probably the most second because I love.
That was my last episode. At Harvard.
You've really kept me like engaged the whole time.
Oh, good.
Because I'm like, what did he actually do it? Like, and then you were just great. You did so good.
Thank you
and
so
I would
much.
have to say this is my favorite episode we have done. And
oh my gosh. I love that. I really like that too. I like that, like, my topic, I did okay enough that, like, your mood changed because you were like, this is going to be me just tired and not, like, I'm not enjoying myself, but whatever. You're like, this is it. But now you're like, you're making me so happy. Like, I did that. It feels so special.
Because, like, the way you tell your stories is so thought out that you're not telling me what it is and you're just, like, bringing me up to the suspense. It's like I'm eye-assessing. It's like a movie that you're, like, putting me through and picturing.
Okay.
It's so good. I like how you leave the build-up. It makes me, like, so much more engaged because I sit here and I'm like... It makes me ask myself questions and I'm like, but then you go on to another topic and I'm like, he actually confessed? And then, like, you're just, like, jumping really good to get... Ooh!
I just sneezed. I want to amplify that sound so people can hear it. It was the cutest freaking sneeze ever. Definitely also a little bit of a cough all over Patience's leg.
Okay. But I really like how you build and then finally get to the jump of the story. Best episode you have done. So
thank you.
I'm proud.
I gotta pull up these pictures really quick.
Make sure you screenshot them so I can post them for everybody else.
I have them saved in our images file on our drive.
Sweet. I need to start doing that because it causes such a hassle when I have to edit.
So this is the front of the Oh wait, here, fix yourself.
People. Go into the land of the unknown.
Do we want to know where it was pointing? Oh, you can always toggle away. It might have shown your sweetmeats. She doesn't appreciate my terminology.
Okay, this is a real picture? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's a picture of a policeman using a metal detector to look for evidence in the front of the estate.
Would you ever go metal detecting with me?
I think it'd be fun.
I used to go when I was little.
Loved it. You talked about it, like going beachcombing or whatever. This is a picture of one of the bodies being hauled out of the house. I know it's sad, but like I knew you'd really want to see that because you're messed up in the brain a little bit. I love you so much. Yeah. And this is a picture of the house once more, just in bettered lighting. Bettered lighting.
Buttered.
I can't believe it's not butter. Yeah. So, yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I can't believe that. So they have a picture of what he looked like.
Well, and there's the film. Yeah, this is the actual Lutz picture of the real one. And then there's like the film one.
No, of the guy, Ronald. I just scrolled down and had a picture
Jr.,
of him. I was not expecting what I thought he'd look like. So, a little surprised there.
Okay, yeah. Wow. I just find it like, yeah, I was worried because this picture with the couple there in front of the house, very famous picture of it. And I was so worried that if I showed you right away, you'd be like, Amityville, that's what it is. And and it would ruin the whole like, bum, bum, bum. We're talking about a very famous horror film that I never saw the original. I want to watch it now. And I never fully watched the remake, I don't think, with Ryan Reynolds. I want to watch that with you this weekend.
I want to read the book.
Oh, yeah. What if for our book club, we read the book and then we watched the movie together? I'll talk to Hannah.
Wow.
If you want to join our book club, we've got a book club. We just haven't set a next meeting.
And since I didn't know anything about the actual story of it, I had no idea what you were talking about. I was hoping that you wouldn't
remember the word DeFeo. And I also avoided saying specifically that it was in Amityville, the town.
Didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Now, like, you're finally saying something.
I was like, it's in New York. It's in Long Island. But I never went specific enough. I just kept that a little hidden.
Wow.
So that I could drop the A-bomb. Drop the A-bomb on the podcast.
That was really good.
I'm glad. I liked researching it. And I took more time on it this time than I have been recently, so I was kind of proud of myself. And, like, you could probably ask me more questions and I would know the answer. I have little tidbits that I didn't even tell you. Like, I remember I was reading that when they first were interviewing DeFeo, he was lying and saying that he was watching a TV show until 2 a.m. and that at 4 a.m. he remembered getting out of bed and he saw his brother's wheelchair. I didn't know he had a paralyzed brother, and his brother's wheelchair was blocking the door to the bathroom, and he said he heard his brother in there.
What?
Yeah. So I'm, like, remembering all these little details that I researched extra that I didn't even mention. I'm just proud of myself. I put in a lot of work. I'm going to stop talking now because I feel like I've been talking for 6 years straight. So I think it's snack time. Let's do a level check before we go. Burr, 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 burr. 6, 7.
I don't know. I think I keep jumping up between a 5 and a 6.
I feel like we're very similar levels. You may be just very slightly below me, but it's time for us to stretch. It's time for us to stuff our faces and other places.
I only got healthy stuff to eat tonight, too. I'm very sad. I wanted ice cream. I wanted the pretzel guns.
Yes.
I wanted these brownies, even though TJ made brownies, but I, like, wanted all this junk food.
Do you think...
But I chose to get healthy things to eat tonight, and this health journey thing sucks because I just want junk food.
I think you look really pretty.
Thank
I just ISS'd you wearing a dark gray fuzzy sweater with, like, a Valentine's Day outfit. And your Valentine's Day outfit is your hair. It has pink highlights in it. And the skirt you're wearing is, like, this pretty, like, crisscrossy diamond, like, private school kind of pattern. And it's got, like, pink yarn in it. And you look like you got really cute.
Dang, you ISSing hard.
I'm hoping if I describe it enough that sober me can use an AI picture generator to make that outfit. Because I'm too poor to afford to hire a real artist to make one simple image. So AI does have its place. Don't kill us, AI overlords. Okay, on that note, maybe more of a 7. Bring snack time.
We're back from snack time. Hello.
Hello.
We're gonna do a level check.
Mm-hmm.
Burr, burr.
Burr, burr. I feel like I'm at, like, an 8. I do feel like I'm a little bit up there compared to what I was before snack time, but I'm not, like, I haven't peaked.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that because I'm, like, a little more awake.
I would have to say I'm probably still at I think now from when we did end, I'm now at the 7 mark.
Okay.
So, I'm definitely the conductor.
Wow.
I still gotta get us hats. Like, that would be so funny. The special hat to know if you're the conductor for the what did I say earlier? The top.
Overcumbersome.
No, welcome back to Talking Points.
I remembered overcumbersome.
Look at you. I said, I was like, we can make this a mini-series. Talking Points. The after snack time.
Oh, the game.
Thing. Yes, that's what I'm... Yes.
Yes, we came up with a genius idea, and by we, I mean me. Oh, man. And she's making a face, isn't she? I can't tell. I could just picture people in the comments like, no, she wasn't in your family. Wow, we're so freaking high.
Talking Points.
So it was going to be like a Mad Lib game, but with talking points style prompts for speeches. So there's the Jackbox game Talking Points where you're given weird pictures and words and you have to make up a speech supporting your argument. So we want to make a high version of Talking Points, but for real life. TM. Jackbox, suck it. It's my idea. Yeah. It'll be fun. Future sober Katie will know exactly what she's talking about.
She will.
We come up with great game ideas and we never make them. I think we just need to be those idea people. Why can't we get paid good money just for the idea?
I don't know. So,
now
that we're back,
yes,
we're gonna talk about our talking points. I'm gonna go first.
All right.
Your D&D character. Who would she be?
Ooh, like if I started a brand new one, or
like what would she be? What like class would you want to be? Like we're like in an alternate reality, Katie, and boom, you have to be something.
Like right now.
Right now.
In this very room.
Yes.
I was gonna go with mermaid, but I feel like I'd be flopping on the floor. I just look like I was thrown it back or something. A mermaid. I would be a mermaid, but
You would?
like not in this room. I couldn't be. So I guess I'd be a druid. Druid. What species though? What race? Species you say?
I would be.
Oh, I don't know.
I would be a druid
Half
too.
elf, probably. It's typical. Mm-hmm.
I
would
be a druid, and I wanted to be a high. It's a high elf, right?
The big pointy ears, the blonde, light hair, light skin.
Love that.
I did just recently see a clip of Lord of the Rings, so I can picture it well. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Can't say it well, but I can picture it well. Blah blah.
What would you guys design your D&D character as? If we were like in that world and you had to be someone.
Let us know.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like choices.
And if we ever have a Discord for the podcast, your icon, your profile picture has to be
that would be
so D&D character.
Crazy.
That'd be cool. Okay. All right. So, anyways, speaking of D&D, I didn't start that as an adult. Until I was an adult. I didn't start that as a kid. Basically, it triggered my prompt of what was a random memory you have of high school?
Ooh.
I was trying to transition into that, and it was a really painful experience. I'm not gonna lie.
A memory I had in high school. I don't know what. I think I was a freshman. For gym class, we went outside and we built snowmen, and we had a snowman building competition, and my group won because we did Minnie Mouse. And someone brought the ribbon and the Mickey Mouse ears, and we spray painted her.
Whoa.
Coolest thing that I will remember. I used to have a picture of it, and I don't know what ever happened to it, but it was the coolest thing.
That sounds cool. And did you just remember that, or had you you remember?
I vaguely remember it every now and again, but right now I feel like I assess, I can picture it standing in front of me.
So right now I was remembering the layout of my high school my senior year, and I imagined myself walking into one of the smaller cafeterias because my school has 3 cafeterias, and I assessed the layout, the clicking noise of the tile when you're walking on it in your sneakers, and the slight echo in the big room, and then the specific smell of the fries and the grease that they used. I could smell it all. And then I remember I even looked up at the wall. I was standing in this room so vividly just now that I looked up at the wall to my right and I saw the clock, but I remembered it was one of those aged kind of yellow looking clocks. It had a cage over it, and it had a red dial that just slowly moved in a circle, it's got liquid inside it or something. Do you know what clocks I'm talking about? Those school ones?
Yeah.
Forgot that was up there, and in my mind I just was standing there and I looked up at the wall and saw it. And I forgot that those even existed.
And that's why you should be high, people, okay? You can have cool...
That's why you should sneak your poor dementia-ridden grandma gummies, too, because it might be a good solution for her to remember things.
Also...
Or it'll just make her happier.
We talked about this before. We love Alani. We want Alani to sponsor us, but... How cool would it be if Papermate sponsored us? Katie got all these pens, and I was like, how cool would that be if we got sponsored by Papermate?
That'd be nice.
What would be another realistic one that you think that we could get if we
like
really got there?
A gummy sponsorship? Or
something fun, like Papermate.
I'm just picturing a brand of gummies.
Interesting.
Them sponsoring us. Because there are some that have affiliate programs. So,
well,
yeah. Once we get a bigger crowd, we can
we don't try different ones, though.
We don't, but if we tried it and we liked it, we would endorse it. They might just send us free samples to compete for our love.
It's always 50 Shades of Green, Kitty.
True.
That's what I'm saying.
That's our tried and true so far. Nothing else is fit. You look so pretty.
Thanks. You ready for my next topic? So funny.
Sure.
This is my funny one.
Okay.
The blue-footed boobies.
Okay?
The gang. We're the gang right now.
Just in my head on the desk.
Picture us as the gang. And I said, what would be our signature? If someone saw a dead body and they're like, I know the blue-footed boobies did that. What would our sign be? What would our sign be?
I was picturing a duck footprint. Or the little, their webbed feet.
But
I was picturing,
onto
yeah,
them?
like branded onto people. They're such thugs. They brand people, their footsies.
I love that.
Dude. What was yours?
I didn't even think of one. I was just like, how cool would that be if we just had a signature? I would love that though. I would get like the when you brand somebody, the like iron for it, we'll get it just as the actual animal's foot, and that's our stamp on people. She's in deep thought. She can't enjoy my time. So hi, it's me, Patience. Back at it again. What should I talk about this week? Grapes. Do you remember the grape song? That's like really old for me.
The Grapes of Wrath?
No.
VeggieTales?
Gotta eat grapes. The duck song. Bum bum bum. When a duck walked
I think we're in different dimensions again.
Okay. Finish your thought so I don't have to be here all awkward. God, what else? Ooh, we have these lights behind us. I just ISS them because they hang past my camera as jellyfish.
Ooh. That makes me think of that emo.
Hold on, let me transition
Fortnite.
into my next talking point. I really want to go to the zoo and the aquarium high because I think I will have like a euphoric moment of like pure happiness.
Okay.
I really want to do that. Badly. Like, we gotta do it.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
We just need a DD.
A DD. How far do you think we could get into the zoo before we were just completely like, yep, we can't walk no more? Like,
After we
how
wheeled
are we
out of the zoo from gummy
how
overdose.
Are we getting out? Like, think about it, Kate.
Ugh, I'm sad because I had a high idea and it died.
All right,
silence.
Say what you were saying at the first half.
Okay, so I have an idea that for a Patreon video, it could be really fun. So you know how I told you I was ISSing you in like the gray sweater with the pink skirt with the diamonds? You know how I was saying I could see you that? What if for a video, we ISS outfits like that while we're high, and then for the video, we each purchase that outfit for the other person to wear, and we make the ISS come into real life.
Whoa. That would be wild.
Yeah, it'd be like seeing some little kid's drawing come alive, or like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Cool. Could be fun. And what if, like, I ISSed you in something really stupid and weird, but something really fashionable?
You want to know my video idea?
Okay.
When I was in here by myself, you were talking about something, or you made some sound, and I was like, yeah, I'm just here talking to myself, and I was, like, looking at myself in the camera, and I was like, a cool video would be present us, sober us, ask questions to high us, and we have
interviewing
to answer.
each other.
I don't know why, but when I was sitting here
it's
by
almost
myself,
like a
I
whole
was like, that'd be
previously
cool.
on Gummy Buddies thing, like continuing questions for ourselves every episode, and be like, okay, and interviewing each other back and forth.
Yeah.
So how we do that? We'd start off giving ourselves a sober question before we take our gummy.
Hmm?
Then after we take our gummy, we respond.
Yep.
That's so freaking high.
How cool would that be, though? It would really show our different personalities come out because of...
Mm-hmm.
Just, I named it Before and After podcast. Ooh. I think that'd be really interesting to see, because I think I'm not as talkative, like, and bubbly before. And then when I'm, obviously after I'm...
It's our split personalities. Cool. I just realized I was playing with this book. I really hope that's not a nightmare to edit. Okay. Well, this isn't really related, so I'm not going to be able to transition well, but bear with me. When I say the word fiend, what do you think of?
Fiend?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. That department is the SpongeBob meme.
SpongeBob running back and forth.
Yeah, no, nothing. Nothing comes to mind. I don't use big words like that.
Mine that I think of is The Witcher. The fiends in The Witcher. The creatures.
I'm gonna actually start watching the season 3 with it, because even though I don't like that...
You're getting jiggy with it?
Even though I don't like that my normal person isn't in it, I still want to see what happens with it. And then it makes me want to play the games, because I've never played the games.
They're such good games. And they usually have boobies.
The blue-footed boobies.
There's just bugs like that. The brand. Why did I think of that? Anyways. Did you already do your last one?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You better sure. Finally.
Yeah.
I have gone through puberty, yes. What was your favorite child?
Would you like some water?
Okay. What was your favorite childhood blanket and what did it feel like? What's the one you remember like the earliest? Doesn't have to be favorite, but do you remember the way it like feels?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something that I just kind of realized,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really cheesy.
Okay.
So I'm one of those people that have to sleep with my favorite blanket.
Uh-huh.
And so it's a specific material, and I think it's like, is this like what they classify, not obsession, but like it has to be the same fabric, the same softness.
Mm-hmm.
The blankets that we got from Home Goods, that is my new one. It replaced that white and flower one I have. Because it used to be the same texture. Because it was from the same texture. Well, before that, it was another Valentine's Day blanket that I had that was like black, pink, and red. Mm-hmm. And I can like picture it and everything.
Remember the way it used to feel.
And I'm like, that is crazy that I can like sense that that's like a weird habit I have about myself. Is I have to sleep with a blanket that's like that. Dude. And I don't sleep with any other one, and I don't have good night's sleep if I don't have this specific one. Because I sleep weird when I lay down, it's the pillow, and then I have to like scrunch the blanket up, and I kind of form it around my head, and I have to sleep on the blanket.
Weird.
Yeah. How crazy is that? And I just realized that.
Man. I'm definitely getting up there now out of nowhere. Like, I feel like I'm at a 9.
It's like you're gonna peak soon.
We need to get out of here. We gotta get out of here.
We were quoting Monty Python. Oh,
why did I sound like an auctioneer just now?
We were watching Monty Python in the kitchen because I rewatched it for the like second time in my life, and we were in there quoting different scenes of it.
It was fun.
That's what we do at snack time. What do you do?
Yeah. If you're not quoting Monty Python, who are you?
I really want to do I want to continue.
Really want to stick a thing. Okay. I forgot about Spice Girls until just now.
I really want to continue our D&D session. I want to like get it back together.
I have a picture of us playing it on my phone. I saw it the other day.
I'm just ready to.
I do miss D&D. I missed my D&D group before too. The one that you joined for one episode and ditched me on.
I thought it was very confusing. Okay, to be fair, because it was like my first time.
It was my first day on the job.
Okay.
Oh, this was good. My favorite blanket was a compressed, like almost a waffle pattern material of cotton. It was soft, but not like crazy soft. And it was very pale, dingy yellow. And it had like a golden yellow, more golden than yellow trim with a silk banding around it, almost like the way silk ribbon feels. It had that edge, and then I used to suck on it on the edge of the blanket.
Whoa.
And then eventually it started to get tarnished more and more and just icky with age, and it had holes in it. And then one day I shoved my head through the hole and was wearing it like a poncho, and I remember more holes popping up and wearing it like a whole
That's crazy.
Yeah. I forgot about that. I don't know how old I was. I think it was like 6.
Weed unlocks the good stuff, man.
Yo, too much New York tonight, I think. I don't know why also it went to man octaves there, but okay.
We're men in tights.
That would be fun to watch. Hi.
Ready.
Okay. It's been a great night, but I'm losing my motor function, so we're going to get out of here. Before we log off with our toast for the night, you can catch us at
Gummy Buddies on any of the social media.
And you can email us at
gummybuddyspodcast@gmail.com.
Give us a holler, answer one of our questions. Remind us what they are because we won't remember them. thank you for your time. I have a thing. I remembered the thing. Strobe.
I'm ready.
How does it feel for me making faces behind the diary patients? I'm a kitty. I can make faces and you will see them.
I'm ready.
Okay. My toast?
Mm-hmm.
I hold the Minecraft creeper.
The
alarm
Holy
clock.
Grail.
That'd be more like this. I would like to make a toast to bras that give good cleavage. And the straps that tighten them. Hear, hear. Thank you for holding us and supporting us.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I need to get a new bra.
Is that the one you
No
thought of?
offense.
Did you think about that upstairs?
Yeah.
Because I remember you said something about it. About you're like, oh, that's gonna be my toast tonight. And I
Oh
didn't
no!
even...
I just said I said I'm gonna look fat if this digs into my shoulders too much.
Okay. I cheers.
What?
Don't mind my bear.
She's holding a tiny little pink orange gummy
Peach?
bear.
A
Peach gummy bear.
My toast. Ooh.
Is it wheat or is it pumpernickel? Get it?
My toast goes to the single cell parasites who make us have the crazy cat fungus. Because who wouldn't want to be obsessed with cats?
Here's to you, parasites. Toxism. Cheers.
Toxoplasma gondii.
What?
Now I'm always
You're
going to
close
remember
enough.
that because we know that now.
I don't think it ends in Gandhi, though.
It's Gondi. And I'm pronouncing it Gandhi. Do I look like a scientist?
I can assess you as one right now. I see you as Velma. I love it. Oh, I like this level.
It's good.
Thank you so.
Oh, you're going places, people. That's my
Hold on, Earwax. You've been on a journey tonight. Why am I redneck? Where was I? I'm Yosemite Sam.
Ooh, if you could be in any cartoon right now, what would you choose?
He's a phantom.
I meant like Warner Brothers.
Just out of Looney Tunes, which character would
Yeah.
I be?
Yeah.
I'd be like the pretty cute little skunk girl. I should pick like Lola Bunny or someone that men objectify, but
That's
guess
so
not.
funny.
You?
If I had to pick one of them,
Mm-hmm.
The Martian. I would be the Martian.
I remember when I was little, you just unlocked a memory of me.
Yes.
When I was little, I used to go and say, I'm Marvin the Martian, I'm going to take over the world. And I said it just in that stupid Marvin the Martian voice. And I remember I had a book we rented from the library, and my sister Missa rented it from the library, and it was a Looney Tunes drawing tutorial book. And we used to take paper and trace it on this library book. And each of us memorized how to draw Marvin the Martian.
Do you think you could do it while you're
I
high?
think I could.
Do you want to try?
Right now?
Yeah. You just did your Martian voice.
Dude,
I think you drawing something.
Dude, what
is
if
at
we
least
Blue's Clues this? Hang on. Okay, hang on. I don't know if this is going to show up. Sorry, people that are on audio. Let's see.
I'm going to let you focus. I want to talk about something you said earlier. You said something about, am I still having fun doing the podcast? And, what is it that I'm just not into it? These are like moments that I'm like, this is all worth doing it. These like fun, stupid moments of just literally drawing a Martian out of your memory. Like, I love this so much and it makes me genuinely happy.
I could be on crack.
She's probably on crack. And
feel
that
like-
is my heartfelt speech that Katie will hear back later. And she'll be like, oh, Patience, that was very sweet. I love you, sober Katie. You're my best friend.
Oh, hang on.
We're going down a hole.
Is that what he looks like?
Hold on. Here, let me see it really quick.
Am I know I'm not going to remember it. Doesn't he have, like, maybe a pointier nose?
Side by side.
Her nose.
I'll put a side by side up so we can see it.
Something about the eyes is wrong. Are they separate? The eyes were more like this. I think, maybe. Are the eyes more like this instead? Like more long and oval?
Yeah, he has more long and ovally eyes like that.
Oh, my shoulder. I'm not alone.
But yeah, I got the picture of it. That's cool.
I bet you I could find this online, a picture of that tutorial.
You want something else?
We never signed off all the way.
I know. No, it's because I asked you a question.
Oh my gosh, I was like, I
asked
derailed this.
you what Looney Tunes character would be.
I thought I derailed this. I'm sorry. Okay.
But
No, not quite a Pecans. It's okay. But I'm nuts about you.
It's gone. It's gone. Move on. And with that being...
Thank you so much for listening to us.
And we hope you enjoyed Katie's story so much.
Oh. And thank you for being our
Gummy Buddies.